Q&A, Q&A. Okay. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a while since my last YouTube. No, why am I apologizing for content? I'm not doing that anymore in 2019. Pfft, no. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, hello, my name is Roxanne, also known as Bun. A while ago, I asked, actually in November of 2018, Jesus. A while ago, I posted on Instagram that I was going to do a Q&A video and I saved your questions. So I thought it might be fun to answer some of those in a video for you today. Let's tackle some questions. I've only ever done one other Q&A video and you guys really loved it. That was like such a long time ago, it's insane. But you guys really liked it, so I'm hoping to do more Q&A videos sporadically here and there more often. So let's jump into it. Also, you might hear the pugs. They're scampering around and Olive is being particularly bratty right now for some reason. Okay, here we go. Roxanne, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is black, probably. Black and then purple. I've always had a fondness for purple. And that's like my favorite color in life, I would say. My artwork, you can see I use just about every color, but especially black, I guess. So black is probably still my favorite color and always has been. How do you come up with ideas? I would say the majority of my ideas stem from either nightmares, fears, or anxieties that I have. Honestly, like 75% of the stuff that I create or draw or illustrate is from dreams I've had. I've always had very vivid dreams, specifically nightmares. I've been plagued with nightmares like my whole life and I'm just kind of used to it at this point, but it is great art fuel. It is great creativity fuel. So there's even some older vlogs where I've kind of like woken up in the morning and I've done artwork in my sketchbook or in my journal and I'm talking specifically about a dream. Another perfect example is the Creatures class. The Creatures class was based on a journal spread I did that was about a reoccurring nightmare that I had. Oh, and now my battery's dying, no! Hold on. And we're back. So yeah, what I was saying was that like the Creatures class and even the journal spread that inspired that class was totally inspired from a nightmare. Nightmares fuel a lot of my stuff, anxieties, dreams, and then I would say just like my general love for dark and spooky things. Kind of when in doubt, I tend to fall towards those things. So like witchy stuff and spooky stuff, it's kind of like my go-to when I don't know what else to do. Or if I'm out of ideas, I tend to default to that. So if I haven't had a nightmare in a couple of days, I'll draw something spooky. Any tips on engaging with or finding your audience in terms of illustration? That is a really great question. I don't know specifically really for illustration. I think the big thing when it comes to like finding your audience, and I get asked this quite a bit with whatever genre of art or whatever it is that you do. I think whatever it is that you do, whether it's mixed media journaling or planners or drawing or illustration or whatever, I think you just need to do it a lot and share it a lot. I think that is the best way to really grow a following and establish that audience because people are gonna be attracted to what it is that you do no matter what. So there's no reason to really force that in some sort of way. So I can't really tell you any particular like secret or hashtag that you should be using. I think you just have to cast a really wide net in terms of what it is that you're sharing. Are you sharing on Instagram? Are you posting on stories? Do you have a Tumblr? Are you putting your stuff on Pinterest? Pinterest is a really great thing too. And I think that that's a really great way because people, again, are just gonna be attracted to your style and what it is that you do no matter what. You just have to put it out there to do it. So if you wanna grow an audience for whatever it is you do, make a lot of stuff, make a lot of whatever it is that you do, and share it everywhere. I think that's a pretty good answer, actually. There's a lot of questions, by the way. I don't think I'll be able to get to all of them, but I'm doing my best. How do you come up with ways to monetize your creative skills? That is a great question, and actually this is something that I was thinking about doing, was creating a separate video just about how I make money, because I know a lot of people have asked me about that, of like, how do you make money? And like, how did you start making money off of your art? Sorry if the lighting is weird here. I tend to film late afternoons, evenings, when the sun is going down, which is probably not the best time to be filming. Okay, so how do you come up with ways to monetize your creative skills? Okay, there's two things that I wanna share when it comes to monetizing your stuff. The first thing that I wanna say is don't make stuff with the intention of selling it. That was one of my biggest mistakes when I started out on the path, or at least making my plan to becoming a full-time artist. You know, I thought that I could sit down and make things on canvas or on paper and list them in my Etsy shop, and then that's how I would make my income. And that is by no means how it has happened whatsoever. So that's kind of rule number one, like figuring out what it is that you're gonna monetize. Definitely don't sit down and be like, I'm gonna make this to sell it. I think I just think it's a bad way to go about it. You're putting so much pressure on yourself, and I think it's inauthentic as well as an artist. I think maybe later on, if you have the big following and you sell everything that you create and it becomes much easier and it's a natural thing and it's still like your original work, I think that that's a different experience. So that's the first thing, is that I thought that that's how it would work. So, you know, when I wanted to open up an Etsy shop or start to, again, to make this plan to become an artist, I genuinely thought, oh, I'm just gonna sit down and make things and sell these things. That being said, after kind of experiencing that and going through that, I learned that you kind of have to just make things, both physical artwork that you're sharing and also content, and kind of see where that leads you. Because there are things that I do now that I never in a million years thought that I would be getting paid to do. Whether that's building a following on Instagram, making a YouTube channel, and making YouTube videos. That was a huge thing for me when I started a YouTube channel and just started making videos. That opened up a lot of doors for me. I know it's really hard to kind of like pinpoint my answer on this in terms of coming up with ways to monetize things. So basically, like, I tried to make things and sell them, it didn't work out. Then I just organically focused on my work and things came about from there. So it's not like I really sat down and brainstormed like, how can I make money off of this? I just made things and the opportunities sort of came to me. That was kind of the best way to do it. With the exception of maybe an online class, when I started doing online classes, that might be the only other exception, but that was also just being requested by the people who were following me. I had built up enough of a social media following that people were asking me to create that, and it was like, oh, okay, this is a thing that I can do and sell. So again, that came out of just organically making stuff. So I feel like that's probably my best advice for you right now. Again, I can get deeper into this in terms of how I make money as an artist in a separate video. If that sounds helpful to you guys, let me know. I hope that helps a little bit. I feel like I rambled a little bit on that, sorry. Ugh. Okay, this is a fun one. What was your first job ever? My first job ever was actually when I was 15 and a half. I got a worker's permit and I worked at Baskin-Robbins. I was there for several years, actually. I think I worked at Baskin-Robbins for like 3 years or something like that. I even like became like a manager and had like a key and everything. I eventually quit because I was starting college and I got a better job. But I also had to quit because I gained so much weight eating ice cream. It was terrifying, really scary. How did you get involved with Art Snacks? I get this question so much, oh my gosh. I'll just give you the quick and dirty answer to this. I was a subscriber of Art Snacks for a long time. Huge fan of Art Snacks, love them. Again, I was a subscriber, got their monthly boxes for a long time. And then I started to make videos of the boxes on my own YouTube channel. So I would do my own unboxings, my own reviews. You guys, if you follow the channel for a while, you've already seen these things. And they somehow saw my videos and reached out and were like, hey, we want to work with you. And that's how it started. When they reached out, it was very exciting because again, I was already such a huge fan. I love them even more than when I was just a subscriber. I'm a big fan, big fan. I love you, Art Snacks. How do you manage your work priorities and balance deadlines /YouTube/Instagram? Yes, this is a good question. I'm still bad at this, but I will say that for me in my creative business and world, I have two types of deadlines. I have my self-imposed deadlines that I've put on myself, whether it's to get a project done or to create an online class by a certain date or my production schedule for an online class. And then I have actual paid, like, freelancy deadlines. And the freelancy deadlines, I call them freelancy deadlines, but you know, like paid videos, for example, those are a priority. And certain ones, like obviously, for example, the Art Snacks video, I have a deadline. So I have to hit that deadline every month. And that's very, very important to me. I think as an artist, if you are given a deadline, you need to hit those deadlines, yo. I think otherwise it just makes you look bad, right? So those deadlines always come first. So unfortunately, other things like posting on my Instagram, making YouTube videos for my own channel fall by the wayside, and I have to prioritize those paid freelancing deadlines. I'm also just shifting my mindset quite a bit for 2019. In 2018, leading up to summer, I was really overworking myself. I was overbooking myself. I was doing too much work, taking on too many projects, and I had that constant content creation creator guilt of like, I would take on a paid gig and then I would be rushing or working late at night to have things to post on my Instagram or to live stream or to work on my own classes or whatever it is, and it just ended up really wearing me down. So I'm really trying to just simplify things this year, and if I have paid sponsors deadlines, those are the priority. Everything else falls by wayside, and I, you know, will work on those other things when I have time to do it, because you gotta pay the rent somehow, so you gotta prioritize. But yeah, but I will say too that just that balance, work priorities and balance, is a constant thing too of I'm constantly reevaluating because it's changing all the time. My priorities of 2017 and what I was doing then with Buy Bun was different than how it was for last year, and it's different how it's already looking for this year. It's a constant reevaluating of what's on my plate, what's priority, how can I adjust things, and also stepping back away from my work desk and saying, okay, me as a human, Roxanne, can I handle this? Do I have too much on my plate? Does this make me happy and fulfilled? I think that that's an important thing to do. What's your favorite art supplies to use? My favorite art supply to use, I get this a lot, is probably ink. Liquid acrylic ink is my favorite, both to draw with and to use. Otherwise, I'd probably say acrylic paint, but that's probably just because I'm most comfortable in that medium. I'm losing light here, so let me try to just crank out a couple more. Can I have your dogs? No, you may not, but I know they're cute. What type of moleskin sketchbook do you suggest or use? Yes, one of my favorite sketchbooks to use, both as an art journal and like my main sketchbooks, are the Moleskine Art Pluses. They're great for mixed media stuff, and it's the hardcover. So it's the hardcover Moleskine Art Plus. It withstands just about everything. I can journal in it, I can draw in it, I paint in it, do whatever. Hands down, that's my absolute favorite. Okay, I'm losing light, so I have to stop filming because now I look like a zombie from another world. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna stop this video now. Thanks so much for sending me your questions. Sorry if I didn't get to them. I do hope to, again, sprinkle in more Q&A videos on the channel because I know you guys, I believe you guys like them. But yeah, I think that's about it. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy 2019. Crazy. Crazy. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to leave me any other questions down below in the comment section. Give this video a like. You know you want to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Lurch is snoring so loud. Lurchy!